Thank you once again for being here with me on K's Inspiration. If you are new, then I appreciate you for being here. I am quite excited to do this video because it had to be done a long time ago. I'm so excited that it's 3 a.m., almost 3 a.m. in the morning. So that must tell you how excited I am to speak about this topic. Actually, I wanted to do the recording tomorrow, but I swear, my angels, my spirit guides, it's like I keep getting pushed, like get up, do it. I'm not even tired. I made some notes, points, so that I don't forget what it is that I wanted to speak about, not the topic, but just some points to guide me. Also, I'm almost 6 months pregnant, so there's a lot of porridge brain going down right about now. Another reason why I wanted to do it tomorrow or during the day is because I wanted to have my kids sit in front of me as if they were my audience. The reason for that is because there are certain things or certain lessons that I want to teach them as well. Sorry, I feel like I'm out of breath. So I feel that it's important for a lot of the communication that they sit and listen as well, so that they can then also implement these things in their own lives. Most importantly for me is that having them around when I do this, it also holds me accountable. So when I get sidetracked, they are there as my backup to remind me of how what I teach, because we should be practicing what we preach. So I like to have them around when I'm doing this, so that at any time when I'm crazy, they can say, remember you said this, that, and the other. Also, speaking about taking responsibility and accountability, it's so important, and that's what a lot of us find challenging. But you see, it's not right, but sometimes it's easier to disappoint others around you. You could simply just say, I don't care what others think. You could just go into hiding and never see them again. But it's really hard to disappoint yourself. You can't hide from your own face. So it is important to take responsibility and be accountable for your actions, your words, your behavior. Because if you don't realize the mistakes that you are making and you don't work towards fixing them, and you think that the things that you are saying or doing, or the manner in which you are behaving, you think that it's okay, it means that this is where you find yourself stuck all the time, and you ask yourself the question, why do I keep finding myself in the same position, or why do it always happen to me? It's because you never made the conscious decision to change certain things. And most of the time, the reason why you don't make the decision to make the change is because you don't think that you're doing something wrong. So it is so important for us to hold ourselves responsible and take accountability for the things that we do, good or bad. So the topic is about that goodness, like Abraham and his estakes says. How do we get the money out of the vortex and into the bank account? Or how do we get the love of our lives? How do we manifest that? Or our dream jobs? And as I've mentioned, I said that I would do this recording a long time ago. I actually have, excuse me, I think over the past 3 months or so, I probably recorded speaking about the vortex and all of that. I probably recorded it twice. And I got so frustrated because I couldn't understand. It felt like I wasn't saying the right things, or it wasn't the right time. I don't know. I think after doing a lot of meditation and asking for guidance, I realize now why I didn't post those videos a long time ago. You see, when I was recording previously, it was all about like how to the things that you need to do. So let's say there's scripting, there's vision boards, and all of those things, and those things work. They really works. But you see, there's a start. There's a start, and if you don't start at the beginning, then it doesn't matter what else you are doing. What it is that you want will never materialize, or you might create or manifest it, but then it doesn't stay for as long as it should, or as long as you would have liked it to. What I mean is, how many of you have manifested love, have manifested money, whether it was large amounts or small amounts? If it was large amounts, how long did it actually stay? If you wanted to pursue a business, if you wanted a promotion at work, how long did things actually stay on a high level of vibration? And it is possible for things to stay on a high level of vibration. So everybody wants to know, how do we get all the goodness out of the vortex? And just to remind you guys, for those of you that don't know, when Abraham Hicks speaks about the vortex, it's about we have been putting things, we put things into the vortex all the time. That's where all the goodness is. So everything that you want to manifest in your life, anything in all areas of your life, it sits in the vortex. You see, every time something happens that you don't like, or you see something that doesn't make you feel too good, or whenever that happens, you immediately know what you would like to see or hear or accomplish or whatever. So in order for you to know what you do want, certain things that you don't want has to happen. The one can't exist without the other. So all of the things, all of your heart's desires are sitting in the vortex. It's right there, it's waiting for you. The reason why you don't have it in this current reality, where it's tangible, is because you are not currently in alignment with that. Now, before I even get there, a lot of people might not even like what I have to say in this video, because a lot of people want quick fixes. a lot of people want to bypass certain things, and they want to manifest the money like right now, and the love and the relationships like right now, and the jobs and the careers right now. I'm not saying that it can't happen for you right now, but you have to start at the beginning. If you guys hear any noises in the background, it's because my kids are still gaming at this time of the morning. So please excuse them. So, yeah, I'm not at all saying that these things can't happen. You are able to manifest these things sooner rather than later. It depends on how quick you start the process. And what I mean by this is what a lot of people don't want to hear is how many of you are willing to put in the work. And when I say put in the work, I'm not speaking about how many hours extra do you have to put in at your job, or things like that, or should you or shouldn't you run after a relationship that's not working for you. What work and effort are you putting into that? I'm not speaking about those things. I'm speaking about how much of you are willing to sacrifice certain things. And no, I'm not asking anyone to sacrifice their life. I know that a lot of people have this perception of the laws of attraction is all devilish and you need to sacrifice animals or people. No, guys. That is not what the laws of attraction is about, and that is not what it teaches you as well. But hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? So when I ask the question, how much of you are willing to sacrifice, I'm speaking about sacrificing things like gossip, negative behavior, toxic behavior, negative conversations towards others and yourself, most importantly. How much of us, or how many people are willing to give up on pride and ego? If you're not willing to give up on all those negative things that even religion teaches us, then this video might not be for you. But you see, we want all of the goodness, but we don't want to start with the basics. Look at your current situation in whichever area of your life. If you are completely happy and content in all areas of your life, then by all means, you don't even have to continue watching this video. But if there's an area in your life that you are not comfortable or happy with, then what do you have to lose? So I'm saying, look at your situations, and if you see that there's an area in your life that you are not comfortable with, not happy with, then there's something going on inside of self. Because what is happening on the external, chaos and things that you don't want to go through, things that you don't want to deal with, not such nice things. then there's something wrong inside here for that to be present in your current reality. Oh, I know some people will get mad. Because you see, some people, or people will say, but Kay, how can you say that I am causing this? How can you say that I'm the one causing all of these wrong things to happen in my life? No, of course you don't intentionally create those negative situations in your life. Of course you don't. But if in your subconscious mind you are always worried and thinking of the lack of things and complaining about what you don't have and what you don't like, and if you are constantly doing that, guys, then all the universe is going to give you is more of that, like for like. And just sit for a moment and think about it. Just think about it. I mean, what is that saying? It never rains, it pours. Or bad things happens in threes. Yeah, pretty sure there's more. No, it doesn't. You see, we were raised to believe that. We were raised to believe that when it rains, it pours. So bad things happens in threes. So when the one bad thing happens, you're already expecting the next bad thing to happen. And then when it happens, you say, oh yeah, you see there? Oh, and I must still wait for the other bad thing because it's three. If you wanted to, you could stop it. You could stop it from happening altogether, or when the first negative thing happened, you could look at the situation and scratch hard and deep, find some good in that. Even if you can't come to some type of conclusion, say to yourself, you know what, I don't know why this is happening, but I know that it is happening for the greater good of me, even though I'm not feeling that way at this very moment. I know that this is happening for the greater good. Now, when you do that, you are no longer expecting another bad thing to happen. And I promise you, if you are true and pure, then the other bad thing won't happen. It just won't. It's okay to feel. We are human beings. It's okay to feel your emotions, to be angry and sad and all of these things. I'm not saying don't feel your emotions. I'm saying become more aware of your emotions. Become more aware of how you are feeling. Because everything that we create is based on our emotion. It is based on our feelings. It is based on the energy and the vibration that we put out. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. I am not here to change anyone's beliefs. But again, I'm going to ask, what do you have to lose? All I'm saying is, try reaching for a more positive way of living instead of negative. So, what do you have to lose? Try continually reaching for better things, for higher vibrations. Try doing that for a week or so. I promise you, you will see things change. It's not, will things change? Or I wonder. I promise you it will. But you have to start on the inside. And you cannot blame the world or people or your life circumstances or even where you come from, or whatever. You cannot blame where you currently are because of things that had happened. In my previous videos, I share with you my personal experiences. But I also say that I do not blame anyone for the position that I found myself in. And I really don't. And it's not I'm saying it with my mouth, but not feeling it in my heart, because that's not gonna matter. It's what you are feeling inside. And yes, the same goes for me. You really do create everything that is happening around you. And you might say, oh, but I'm fine and I'm not worried about the past and I'm not thinking about it and my bad experiences. But you know what? The things are still happening. On the external, it's still happening. I'm telling you, if you dig deep, there are things inside of you that you haven't dealt with. So, when I speak about my own personal experience, I know some people will say, how can you do that? How can you talk about your personal life on social media? That's me. And it's not just, I'm not saying that in a I don't care about anyone else type of way. What I'm trying to say is I've never been one to go by the textbook. I've never been one to teach from the textbook. I have nothing against those who do. But I speak from self. I share my personal experiences with you, so that you also know that I'm not here for any kind of bullshit. Really, I'm not. So, whatever I'm saying to you, the exact same goes for me. So, I have my experiences, and I needed to go through it. But you see, whatever was happening in my life, and whoever was coming into my life that wasn't making me feel so good at the time, it meant that there was something not good with inside of me. Now, that is the challenge that a lot of people, or that is what a lot of people find challenging, is to look at yourself in the mirror and say, those things happened because of me. And again, but how can you say that? I wasn't the one. I didn't ask for abuse. I didn't ask to lose all my money. I didn't ask to lose my job. I didn't ask for my car to break down. Like I said, no one intentionally does that or asks for that. But just think about it. What was your vibrational point? What were you thinking about? Maybe not in that moment, or the past experiences. Were you abandoned as a child, and even though you thought you got over it, you actually didn't? And you've been carrying that with you your whole life. Was there trouble in a past relationship that you brought into a new relationship? Are you still in your current relationship, but mistakes were made from either side within the relationship, and you acted as if you let go, or you said you let go, but you didn't really. So actually, what's sitting in your subconscious is, what if that happens again? I wonder if it is happening again. I wonder if I'm going to be part of the retrenchment group, because isn't that is happening at the company? Oh my God, and if I were to be retrenched, then you think about all the negative, the negative things that could possibly happen to you if you are retrenched. You heard through the grapevine that there might be retrenchment happening. Sometimes they didn't even communicate it, or even if they did. But you don't know if you're one of them. But what you start doing is, you start to think about the worst possible outcomes that could happen. And then when it happens, you say, I knew it. You see? Stop expecting the worst to happen is what I'm saying. And really take a look. And really pay attention to your feelings and your emotions. Now everything that you want is sitting right there in your vortex. The big houses, the mansions, the lots of monies, the beautiful relationships. It's cold in here. All of that is sitting in the vortex. And all you need to do to get it out and into this reality where everybody around can see it is align yourself with your higher self. You see, when I say your higher self, if you are created in the image of God, your whole self, your real self, is love. It's beauty. It's pure bliss. It's abundant. It's all of those things. So every time you are on a low vibration, you are not being your true self. Now you can't get here from here. You can't feel good and bad at the same time. Happy and sad at the same time. Try it, you can't. So you need to work yourself up. You need to work on raising your vibrations. Now, all of you have been in your vortex at some point or another. And you will know when you are in the vortex and when you are not. Let me make an example. Let's say you're having a fun time at home. You're on your own, you're with your kids or whatever. And you put on some music and you're having a fun time, you're feeling the music, you're dancing, and then you get a call from whoever. And you get a call, and on the call, the conversation doesn't go down so well. Where I come from, let's say somebody owes you money, calls you and says, I don't have your money because of this, that, and the other. Can you imagine you? Some of us will end the call. Some of us will lose ourselves on the call. How can you say this, that, and the other? Don't you know that I also this, that, and the other? Now, right there. So when you were dancing and being happy, you were in the vortex. You were happy. You never care in the world at that point. Even if it was just for 5 seconds, you were in the vortex. And when that call happened, and you allowed that call, or you allowed that call to kick you right out. So when you're feeling angry and anxious and all of those crazy things, you are not in alignment with who you really are. So you are out of the vortex. And again, like I said earlier, it's okay to feel your feelings, but you see the problem is that a lot of people live there. They live in the deep, dark space. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes, or the harder it is to get out, you see. So what you should be working on all the time is, how am I currently feeling? Ask yourself that. How am I currently feeling? And if you know that you're not feeling too great, just reach for better feelings. Anything. Not too long ago, I spoke to a friend of mine and I wanted to know, and I asked, what are you grateful for? And for the life of me, they couldn't answer. I needed to probe. So, let's say, because the big things is money and, well, money, it's a big thing. You don't have it, you feel like you're going to die a slow death. Now I ask the question, okay, so I understand that it's difficult now for you to think happy thoughts. But just try, you just try all the time. Because what you need to work on is that momentum. You see, it's all momentum. You're either going to carry on in the momentum of negative thoughts, which leads to negative behaviors, or you're going to move to the direction of positive thinking. So I ask, what do you have to be grateful for? Nothing right now. Are you homeless? No. Is there food to eat in your house? No. I'm not speaking about fancy food. I'm saying, are you eating every single day? Well, yes. Not what I want to eat, but I'm eating every single day. So you have the shelter, you're eating every day. That's already 2 things to be grateful for. You know what the winner is? The winner is that every single day you wake up. If you are watching this video, it means that you are alive. Don't you think that that's more than enough to be grateful for? Just saying. When you tell people that you are grateful for the sun coming up every single day, they think you're crazy in your head. What are you talking about? If you are too happy, people think you're mad. If you are too positive, they think you're nuts. What are you talking about? The sun. The sun, yes, it's there every single day, whether you can see it or not. The sun comes out every single day, without fail. Even if it's raining, it's there, you just can't see it. That's a creation right there. So start focusing on how you feel. And also, if people are making you feel, people, if another person or another person's, if people are making you feel bad and negative and sad and all of that, to the point where you want to live in that feeling, you are literally handing them on a silver platter control over your life. That's what you're doing. You know, that's the reason why most relationships also don't work. It's because we become codependent. So for those of you that's been, let's say, adults, let's say you've been on your own for a while, okay? So that meant or means that a lot of the things you were doing for yourself, you were getting into bed alone at night, most nights. You, you were watching a movie by yourself sometimes. You cooked for yourself. You did it all. And then you meet someone and they become a big part of your life. And maybe they take on some of your responsibilities. Amazing, good thing. I mean, two is always better than one. But you see, there's a difference. There's being dependent. So being dependent, and then there's being independent. And then what's the other one? Is it interdependence? There the porridge brain kicks in. Well, the one is, you're independent and you can do things for yourself and all of that. And then you get dependent, where you're dependent on others for things. Now, people think that being independent is the winner. Obviously, being independent is better than being dependent, but that's not the be all and end all. You need to be able to work together. I think it's interdependence. I don't know, guys. You guys can correct me. So that is when two people are working together. That's always good. So if you were single for a long time or on your own for a long time, you were doing all these things for yourself. And then you meet someone. And then this person takes over some responsibility of yours. Because they can, because they're nice people, whatever the case may be. And then when they maybe don't do it, or they leave, or whatever, then you feel like pieces inside of you is dying. When husband and wife are in bed watching a movie, and husband is maybe just tonight, husband is not holding you like he usually does. There's nothing wrong, but he's just not holding you like he usually does. What do? We start feeling sad and asking all sorts of things and feeling like we don't matter and am I ugly, or those are the things that and it's for men and women. Codependency, guys, is toxic. You shouldn't rely on people around you to make you happy or to make you whole. you should make yourself happy and whole. So again, when I speak about my experiences, I obviously was not ready. As much as I thought I was, you yourself is not in a good place. Because you know what? People can be in their feelings and all these things. Why do you have to make things personal? It's because you become too dependent on them, and you're too dependent on how they make you feel. If they don't want to cuddle with you, cuddle with yourself. Love yourself first. So, and don't get me wrong, when you get to the place of a high vibrational level, when you are loving yourself unconditionally, putting yourself first, you cannot fill someone else's cup if yours is not filled. So you cannot love someone else and give the love if you don't even give it to yourself. So when you get to that point, when you get to all of that goodness, one of two things are going to happen. The people that you surround yourself with, guys, anyone, husband, wife, partner, children, family, one of two things will happen. They will either reach your vibration and they will start mirroring that goodness of you, which is what we want, or the universe is going to kick them right out of your life. If they are not going to match your vibration, and you know what, when they do get kicked out of your life, it's not always going to be nice. It's not always going to happen in the best of ways. Sometimes death happens. Sometimes ugly circumstances happens. And it's not a nice thing, and I know it's not a nice thing, it's not a nice feeling to feel. It's not a good thing, it's just not, it doesn't make you feel good. But if you love yourself unconditionally, none of that's going to matter. So I'm asking you, do you want all of that goodness sitting in your vortex? If the answer is yes, then you have a lot to think about. It's not a lot of work to start looking at self first. When your kids are irritated, your kid can do something today and you will laugh at it. And then the kid does the same thing tomorrow when you are not on a high vibration and it pisses you off. It irritates you to the point of no return. It's not them, it's you. If you had a good day at work and you come home and you're happy and you're putting the music on and your kid does something silly, you laugh along with him. Take pictures and videos. But if your boss crapped on your head the whole day and your entire day felt ruined and you come home with that and the kid does the silly thing, can you imagine you? Don't be stupid. Don't do stupid things. It's not them. It's you. and about kids and all of these things. Like I mentioned, we want love, we want respect, we want patience, we want all of those things that we deserve. We deserve all of those things. But how many of you are actually willing to give that, and not willing to give that to people who you choose to give it to? And again, I'm going to use a kid as an example. So, you tell your kid to clean up the room, their room, and they say, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it now. I just want to finish my program. What do you say? Don't tell me you're first going to finish your program. I'm telling you to do it now. Do it now, now, now. Get it done. Now flip that. You're busy with something. And your kid comes and your kid says, can you please pour me some milk? And you say, I'll get to it when I'm done here. And the kid goes, milk, 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 milk. What do you then do? Didn't I say wait? Don't you have patience? But when the kid asked you for a little bit of patience, you were not willing to give it. Guys, remember, whatever I'm saying to you, it's when I speak to you, I remind myself of all these things too. We are not perfect human beings. And we're not going to be on point every single second of every single minute of the hour of the day. But we are here to remind each other. We are here to get each other to that point. And let go of the ego and the pride, because that eats you up. I remember in the community I was growing up. Well, it's everywhere, I suppose. If someone mentions your mother in an if you're having an argument with someone and someone mentions your mother, you lose your shit. Why though? Why? Because they're talking about my mother. And this person humiliated me, or they embarrassed me, or they whatever. Accept it. And know that that's on them then. Move on with your life. But now, instead, you let your ego and your pride consume you to the point of no return. So you have sleepless nights. You turn to alcohol, drug abuse, and they are the ones basking in your glory. And you just keep digging the hole for yourself all the time. So, I'm not going to speak about quick fixes, and I'm not going to speak about there are processes to manifest what you want really quick. One of it is removing or detaching yourself from the actual thing that you want. I've manifested a lot of things in my life. I'm speaking about my car. I'm speaking about a 30,000 rand credit card debt that was reduced to zero, and I don't even know how it got there because I didn't pay them. I'm not saying that it's right, but I'm just saying. But that's not what today's topic is about. We'll get there. But for now, work on you. Together, let's work on ourselves. Let go of the pride, let go of the ego. Ask yourself every day, how am I feeling? And if you're feeling good, then great, you stay there. If you are not feeling good, find something to feel good about. Some people will think about their kids, and others don't want to think about their kids because their kids drive them insane. So don't think about them. If the cup of coffee makes you feel good, you think about that, you enjoy that coffee in that moment. And be grateful and appreciate. That's another thing that you can do to help manifest the things that you want. But again, it's not today's topic. But be grateful. Wake up every single day, and for goodness sake, I'm pretty sure all of you can find at least 5 things to be grateful for. Anything. Your pillow can be one of them. The blanket that you sleep with can be another. That's okay. But try, when you are being grateful for the things that are around you, try to do it from heart, to feel the gratefulness. It is an amazing way to live. And again, I'm saying, by me speaking to you, I'm also reminding myself of that every single day, because we do lose the plot every now and again. We really do. So I'm going to have to watch this recording. I didn't even check my notes. So I'm going to have to watch this recording to make sure that I got to say everything that I wanted to. If I didn't, we can speak about it again. Guys, I wish that for you. And if you have any questions on what I said in the video, anything that you need me to clarify, yeah, I think I'm going to create an email address so that you can directly email me as well. For those of you that I know personally, by all means, send me a message. You can ask me any question that you'd like. You can ask me to clarify whatever you didn't understand. Please, oh, yeah, I seem to forget to say this on all of my videos. Please, guys, like, share, and subscribe. It really helps. Also, when you do have any comments, please comment on the YouTube. Comment there instead of on other social media platforms, because it helps grow the channel. And when we grow the channel, together we will then reach so much other people. And that is my heart's desire. So yeah, I hope to speak to you real soon. It's almost, goodness, I've been speaking for an hour. So I wish you guys happiness, joy, Remember, whatever doesn't add value in your life, cut it out. Much love.